Right now, somewhere in the world, a worker is opening their laptop, starting their shift, answering emails, filling spreadsheets, writing reports, doing exactly the same tasks they did yesterday, and the day before, and the week before that. It feels normal. It feels stable. It feels like this routine will probably continue for years. But something very strange is happening behind the scenes of the global economy. Quietly, slowly, companies are discovering that many of these tasks no longer require a human being. Not because humans became bad at their jobs, but because machines suddenly became very good at them. Artificial intelligence is learning how to read, write, analyze information, answer questions, create images, generate text, and even make decisions based on patterns. And once a machine learns how to perform a task reliably, companies start asking a very simple question. If a machine can do this faster, cheaper, and without breaks, why should we keep paying a human to do it? But here is the important detail most people misunderstand. AI is not replacing every job at the same time. That is not how technological change works. Instead, it starts by targeting specific types of work. The jobs that follow clear instructions. The jobs that repeat the same patterns. The jobs where most of the day is spent doing predictable tasks. And those jobs are the ones most likely to disappear first. So if we want to understand the future of work, we need to look at the kinds of tasks AI can already perform today. And the first category is customer support. Imagine someone working in a support center. Their entire day is spent answering questions. Customers ask about shipping times, refunds, passwords, product information, account issues, and technical problems. The worker reads the message, searches the database, and sends a response. Then another message arrives, and another, and another. Thousands of conversations every single day. Now imagine an artificial intelligence trained on millions of customer support interactions. It has already seen almost every possible question. It can search databases instantly. It can generate responses in seconds. And unlike a human worker, it can talk to thousands of customers at the same time without getting tired, stressed, or overwhelmed. Companies are already replacing large parts of their support teams with AI chat systems. At first, the AI handles only the simplest questions, then it learns more complex ones. Eventually, human workers are kept only for the rare situations the AI cannot solve. Slowly, the support team shrinks. 10 people become 5, 5 become 2. And eventually, the system runs mostly on its own. Another job that sits directly in the path of automation is data entry. Think about how many workers spend their day moving information from one place to another, reading forms, typing numbers, organizing spreadsheets, copying information from documents into databases. Click, type, copy, paste, repeat. This type of work follows strict rules. The information appears in predictable formats. The steps are always the same. And that is exactly the type of environment where artificial intelligence thrives. Modern AI systems can read documents, recognize text, extract numbers, understand forms, and automatically organize information into structured databases. What once required hours of human effort can now be completed in seconds by software. When companies realize that one AI system can process thousands of documents faster than an entire team of employees, the economic pressure becomes impossible to ignore. But the transformation does not stop there. Another surprising category being reshaped by AI is basic content creation. Just a few years ago, if a company needed blog posts, product descriptions, marketing emails, scripts, or website text, they needed writers. Entire teams of writers. Today, artificial intelligence can generate large amounts of written content almost instantly. A company can ask an AI system to create marketing copy, explain a product, summarize information, or draft articles in a matter of seconds. The text may not be perfect, but in many cases it is good enough. And in business, good enough, combined with extreme speed and low cost, can be incredibly powerful. Instead of hiring 10 writers to produce content every week, a company might now hire one editor who reviews and adjusts AI-generated text. That single person, working with artificial intelligence, can produce more content than an entire department could produce in the past. The same pattern is starting to appear in design. Simple graphic work, social media images, presentations, and visual layouts used to require hours of manual effort from designers. Now AI tools can generate dozens of design variations in seconds. A person types a short description, selects a style, and instantly receives multiple visual options. For beginner designers who relied on simple repetitive projects, the market is becoming far more competitive because many of those tasks can now be automated. But here is the deeper pattern behind all of this change. Artificial intelligence is not targeting job titles, it is targeting predictable tasks. Any activity that follows clear steps, any process that produces similar outputs again and again, any workflow that can be described as a sequence of instructions becomes a candidate for automation. Customer support messages follow patterns. Data entry follows patterns. Basic writing follows patterns. Simple design follows patterns. Once those patterns can be recognized by machines, they can be replicated by machines. And when machines replicate work at massive scale, the structure of the workforce begins to change. In the past, machines mainly replaced physical labor. Industrial machines replaced factory workers performing repetitive mechanical tasks. Assembly lines replaced manual production. Heavy machinery replaced human strength. But artificial intelligence is different. AI replaces cognitive routines. It assists with thinking tasks, writing tasks, analysis tasks, communication tasks, and information management. The kinds of activities that people once believed were safe from automation are now being partially handled by algorithms. This creates a new divide in the world of work, not simply between rich and poor, not between educated and uneducated, but between people who learn to use artificial intelligence and people who try to compete against it. A worker who ignores AI may find themselves working slower and producing less than someone who integrates AI into their workflow. Meanwhile, a worker who understands how to use these tools can multiply their productivity dramatically. A designer using AI can explore ideas faster. A programmer using AI can write and debug code more efficiently. A writer using AI can generate drafts, research information, and refine content at much greater speed. Instead of replacing those individuals, AI becomes a powerful amplifier for their abilities. One person equipped with intelligent tools can produce the output that once required several employees. That is why the real transformation of the labor market is not simply about jobs disappearing. It is about the structure of productivity changing. Smaller teams can accomplish larger amounts of work. Individuals who master new tools become extremely valuable. And those who resist technological change risk falling behind. Artificial intelligence is not a distant future concept anymore. It is already integrated into software, businesses, and everyday workflows across the global economy. Quietly, without dramatic announcements, it is transforming how tasks are performed and how companies operate. Some professions will shrink. Some will evolve. Entirely new categories of work will appear as industries reorganize around these technologies. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The biggest risk in the modern economy is not automation itself. The biggest risk is assuming that the way we work today will remain the same tomorrow. Because the future of work will not belong to the people who simply work the hardest. It will belong to the people who understand how to work alongside intelligent machines and turn them into tools for greater productivity, creativity, and opportunity.